because they want to make their own money, Abi. So definitely we cannot tell armed robbers not to rob. They want to make their own money. That's what you're trying. That's what you're telling me.
That way.
Yes.
The analogy
You can't tell a kidnapper not to kidnap because he wants to make his money. You can't tell a murderer not to kill because he wants to make his money. That is his business. The fact that somebody's business, what you do makes money for you, does not mean that you have the right to do it. She understand? Because there are some standards, moral standards. I come back to that word.
Yeah.
Moral standards. There should be a yardstick. There should be a line.
Hi, my name is Buluwati Onokoya. I'm a marketing strategist.
Hi everyone, my name is Oluwafe Shayo and I work as a programs associate.
and I am Lua Thompson Abayomi. I'm a digital marketer.
I'm Ogunbade Abayomi. I'm a civil servant.
Alright, so today we're talking about social media influencers. Are they role models or misleading figures, in our society today? And I personally am very interested in this topic because I'm always involved in conversations with people about social media. Oh, why are you on social media? Why are you following on social media? This about social media and that. And I personally believe that social media influencers are misleading. Fake life here and there.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
I agree with you perfectly. Okay, let me buttress my point. I said I agree with her that they are misleading figures.
Right.
Because if you look at the situation of the environment around us here these days, you see that a lot of people, a lot of kids, should I say kids, a lot of young ones have information that are not relevant to their lifestyle, to their livelihood, to their growth at this particular time. And these information, where do they get them from? In the social media.
Right.
And who gives them this information? These so-called influencers. They are supposed to be role models. See, well, should I say role models, the people I believe are role models, should be the ones that sacrifice for the betterment of human beings. Because there's somebody like, okay, let's just say, maybe a doctor. The doctor goes to school, does a lot of things just to make people have good health. When people have good health, they can contribute their quota to the environment and make the environment grow. Do you understand? Those are the people I see as role models. Those are because they sacrifice. Not somebody that will sit down somewhere in the comfort of his own room and carry my brother Tommy Sono's story and say, okay, Tommy Sono did this and put it online because Tommy Sono has drama in his life. Right. Then he'll put that drama online and our kids will start seeing that drama. Before you know it, they'll start following whatever that person says. You understand? I don't really see it as there's no modeling, there's no role model amidst them like that. No.
And one very interesting thing about marketing is bad news always sells. I don't want to know if I put good news, if I put out good content today now and I put something that's like gossip or something bad, definitely that bad thing that is going to sell. And that is what influencers are always very, putting out, always very keen about. I don't know.
Don't you think that's also a result of our society? Because people put out good news all the time and it doesn't gain the traction. But once they say somebody's marriage is breaking like this, everybody's going there. They want to hear the full gist. So I also feel like as a society, it's what we allow that they give to us. If somebody puts out something that is not so good and doesn't receive so much backing, they won't do it again. But when they say that, if I put something bad today, everybody's coming to my page. Tomorrow I'll look for something bad. I won't form stories just to make
sure. But I don't
believe
in doing what everybody. But the fact that everybody does something does not mean I have to do it as well. The fact that everybody is smoking does not mean I have to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You are labeling the people who are giving you what you want as bad people.
Exactly.
You are labeling them as misleading figures because they give you what you want. Now, the reason why you are clicking on bad news and bad rumors and informations that are not that sell to you is because this is what you want. The mind wants what the mind wants, and we put out what they want. You can't tell you are misleading figures because we put out what you want. It's about having target persona. Now look at it this way: there's a target persona.
Mm-hmm.
A target persona is a set of people who have a collective need, who have a collective, who fall into category.
Yeah.
And so we put them in a particular place and say that these are the people and they want so many different things, so many things. Now, What they want is what I give to them. And as a matter of fact, in creating traction for something, you are first giving them what they think they want. Then they respond to it. So that's what influencing is about. So you will not say they are misleading figures because we give you what you want. If you want a role model, go and pick role models outside, or go and pick role models from people you really like, who you like their lifestyle, like their life. Don't come and determine that, I want to pick an influencer as a role model because of what's based on. You are judging somebody based on what he posts. This is simply business for us. You cannot don't
I'm
put
judging
it.
you based on what you post, because what you are posting is misleading.
What is misleading? Your mind is misleading, literally. Look at it this way. If you have a content that is, for example, not so good. When I say not so good, I mean it falls between the range of maybe 18 plus. It's not really conducive for younger children, and you see it online and you pass it. You don't engage it. Did the person mislead you?
No.
Yes. Yes.
How?
I mean, not everybody.
You're not interested in that content. That was why
Yes.
you'd scroll past.
Yes.
But somebody who's interested in the content clicks on it. What's the difference between you and that person?
For some, it could be curiosity. For some, they could just, open it and then say, oh, this thing is not good. Report it.
Okay.
Right? I open something and I say, oh, I'm not interested in it, and it's very misleading for a lot of people. I report it immediately. I don't care who you are. I'm going to report your post.
Okay.
So
Okay.
even if it's something that that it's gossip, everybody likes to gossip. There are some people out there who don't like to gossip. You don't generalize. When you carry out product market fit and you see that my audience or people want this type of thing, does not mean the entire everybody wants. Once you as an influencer rather, you know that this is what I want to put out. I'm going to look for my audience. If I'm a Christian influencer, for example, I'm going to look for my audience. I know that my audience are somewhere and I'm going to find them. I'm not going to look at, everybody's my audience, or I'm going to try to convert these people that are not my audience. I'm going to find my people and I'm going to find them.
Okay.
Well, sorry, please. I want to retract a little bit. You said something that the mind what the mind wants, and you cannot call somebody that gives you what your mind wants a misleading person. Thank you. That is where I want to anchor on now. Fine. The mind. That topic is a very, very large. It's a very broad spectrum. You see, the mind is drawn to negativity because of our community, because of our environment, because of where we find ourselves. When we were born, we knew nothing. We were empty slates. We were blank. But the environment started writing on it. Now, what I believe social media influencers are supposed to do is try to correct the immoralities, the negativity of our mind. So, see, normally everybody wants to do it. Okay, I'm young. I come around. I see my guys smoking shisha, drinking beer. Normally, I don't do it. But because people around me are doing it, I am tempted to want to do it. Now, if there's nobody there at that time to tell me that, this thing does not pay you. Why? Because if you do this and this might happen. Give me reasons why I should and should not do this thing. The repercussion of these things. I might not have a choice. I will just go ahead. Wait. Let me land. Wait. Let's get there.
You are giving.
Let me land. Don't let me.
You are giving.
Okay.
Home training to social media.
No. Wait.
Let them go and train their parents, their children at
Let
home.
me land.
If you want to do something, do it where.
Okay.
If you want something, go and get it. We want engagement, and that is what we'll get. And that is what we'll do. Whatever we need to do to
that
get
is
it.
why we are calling. That is why we are calling them. What's that word?
Figures.
Misleading figures, because they are tearing the fabric of morality within the society. That's what we are saying. See, it's not. See,
Listen.
I know that. See, the mind is drawn to negativity. I agree with you on that. The mind is drawn to negativity. Fine, but that doesn't give you the right to pry on that particular factor.
Listen.
Should you understand?
People.
Why don't you use your social your influence? You know that you can influence 1 million, 3 million, 10 million people. If you can do that, why don't you post out something that will change, that will draw away that negativity from their mind and turn it to something else? Why are you playing on that particular factor? Because you want to sell.
People have various opinions about things.
Okay.
Are you getting me? Now, the same way you feel extremely bad and extremely against things for different posts. Somebody is liking it, somebody has affinity towards it, somebody is engaging it. Now, somebody can post something as harmless as possible. I can post just, I want to talk about my relationship status and all, and somebody is liking it, somebody is reposting it because it speaks to the person, it resonates with the person. On the other hand, somebody feels like this post is meaningless, this post is just for engagement, this post does not, because it differs for people. The same way you don't like something, so you cannot say I am misleading you simply because somebody else liked my post and you don't like it. That is
because
generalization.
In all honesty,
that's fallacy.
In all honesty, social media influencers don't put out every single thing that is going on. For example, you mentioned putting out relationship content.
Yeah.
They will give you the rosy side. They will give you the flower side, the eating outside, and all of that. What about the deep conversations?
The
part?
thorns and the rose.
I feel like that's with everybody. Even for me, I'm not a social media influencer, but I will not post about the bad part of my life. I feel like even as human beings, we just try to put out the rosy side of our lives. On LinkedIn, we're on LinkedIn every day, and most of the posts that you see there is congratulatory posts.
I think the first thing we need to address is what is good for you may not necessarily be good for others.
I agree with you on that.
Now, if you agree with me on that, you would also agree that the content that comes out may not necessarily be misleading for others.
Yeah.
Which means my life, generally, as a social media influencer, is not influencing, is not misleading any other person.
Wait.
This is logical.
Wait. I agree with you. What is good for me might not necessarily be good for every other person.
Yes.
But do you agree with me that there's supposed to be a moral yardstick somewhere? Do you agree with me on that? There's a thin line between good and bad, I agree. But there's supposed to be a line. There's supposed to be a moral yardstick. That, okay, once you are between, from here, we are down, you are on the moral side. That might actually make the environment a better place. But when you cross this line and come like this, you are on the other side of the fence. Do you agree with that?
But there are some people on the other
most
side
of these
should you agree? Let's get past this. Do you agree with that?
The first thing you need to address, the first thing you need to look at for is fun. That yes, it's
fun.
Influencing. Yeah, it has to be fun. It has to be interesting to us. It has to be lively. It has to be engaging. If I'm putting out morally good content every time, there's a tendency that I will not get.
You will not get that traction.
Thank you.
Yeah, I understand that.
See. So you want no. It's like you want to have good content, yet you don't want me to have the traction and the engagement and the reach that I need.
I mean,
how does this work?
So wait. Now, I understand what you said. Okay, I want you to have good content, to post that good content, but I don't want you to have the traction that you want. And the traction that you want is what matters.
To give the mind what the mind wants.
No, leave that alone. We already addressed that.
We already addressed that. The traction I'm giving you.
The traction is what you want, right?
I want the engagement, the
engagement, the traction. At whose detriment? At what price? Can you answer that question?
Okay.
Please.
Now we're going to look at it this way. Because you're coming at it from that side, you're looking at it as if I'm sacrificing something for something.
Yes, everything. That's life generally.
And if you want to put the social media influencers in a bad spot, that's exactly what is happening right now. Because
they're already in the bad spot. I'm not trying to put them there. They're already there.
They are just like they are also good content. Extremely good content.
I agree.
We agree with that.
Yes.
The life of what the influencer itself. What he does and what he puts online and what he does influences people generally.
Yes,
right. Now, we know that my moral yardstick, like you have said initially, like it should be, and it also differs between people. Do you get?
Yeah, I know. I see.
So some things, just like you said that, you think that there should be a stick that differs that okay, let's not cross this boundary. That is the boundary I've literally crossed every time. You don't get. It means that for each and every one of us on this table, we have things that we agree to and things that we do not agree to. Yes. And they differ. It's not like it's black and white. You will not tell me that two of you agree to something, or three of us agree to something, or two of us agree. It's not like that. It's as simple as at what point is it overboard? At what point has it gone?
We said that as a society.
But at what point it goes overboard also differs for each and every one.
Yes, I agree.
Exactly. So when I post something that's overboard for you and it's not necessarily overboard for her, what have I done? Have I misled you And have I misled her?
You have misled me,
I
not
have
her.
misled you. So
Yes.
to you, I am a misleading figure.
Yes.
But to
So,
her, I am just an
role model.
influencer.
Maybe.
Role model.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But when we're talking about the generality,
Well,
there has to be a standard. That's what I'm trying to say. There has to be a standard. You can't tell me that, okay, like you said, she drinks water. She likes to drink water. I like to drink maybe carbonated drinks. Both of us, we are not on the wrong.
Yes.
She understand.
Yeah.
But now imagine that she likes to drink blood.
Be a vampire.
So, okay, she could be a vampire. Fine. Being a vampire, is it accepted generally within our society?
it's not.
That's the question. That's where I'm going to. That's where I'm driving at. I understand what you're saying. Fine, she drinks water. I drink carbonated drinks. Good. We are different. What she takes is different from what I take. She doesn't take what I take. I don't take what she takes. It's as simple as that. But now, somebody now comes. You now come. You left water. You left carbonated drink. You left juice. You decided to drink blood.
Yeah, social media influencers are not drinking.
I didn't say that. I'm just making an example.
Yeah,
She understand? I'm just trying to. It's just an illustration.
But
So, what do you say about that?
Coming from where you are, like some people, you know, exactly like what I said before. You still think it's black and white. You still think that there's a blood somewhere that is overboard.
No,
That you still
no.
think that
Some
there's a
people
water
still
somewhere
believe in
that is
blood,
over. That is over.
Of
Yeah,
course, some people
there is
believe in
some-
blood. Now, there are devil
Yeah,
worshippers that will
very
believe in
right.
blood. But does that mean they're right?
Well, as a society, I'm not sure we've set this we've set this social media boundary where we are not supposed to cross. I
Not
don't
social.
think-
There has always been a boundary.
It's
Ever
not-
since the
it's-
beginning
it's
of
not-
life.
It's
There has
almost,
been good,
it's
there has been
almost
bad.
normal
It's
now.
not on paper.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
You
So-
know it.
yes, now you know it now.
Well, it's like what you just said. Well, what my mind is going to now,
Mm.
it's so mainstream now that nobody really cares. Like people now see it as almost normal. I go to social media, I see something that usually this should be done behind closed doors. But it's there,
Thank
and
you.
it has like thousands of likes.
My sister, that is where I'm going to. The fact that it is now becoming a norm is the problem. She understand? Fine. They say we are being Y2K compliant. Fine. But the fact that things that were taboo before are now becoming norms.
Yeah.
Who caused those things?
The society.
My dear social media
I would say
influencers.
it's the society.
No.
I would say it's the
Yes,
society.
Even
the
the
social media,
society-
is
social
a
media-
reflection
wait.
of what is happening in the society.
Even if it's
I agree with you.
And the only thing we are
You should
bringing
find
to
a
I agree
our
with you.
audience
I
is
agree
what
with
is
you.
happening.
I agree with you. All these
Just
things
make
that we were
relatable.
saying that we were supposed to be taboo, they were that they were taboo before. It's not as if they were not happening on the ground.
Yeah.
They were happening on the ground. But you dare not bring it out and say this is what I'm doing.
No, generations have differed.
Wait, let me give you an
Then-
example. Let me give you an example.
Then when
Wait.
your own age and time, things were different.
Yes, I agree
Now
with
we
you.
cannot also bring that your time, where what happens in those times to this.
No,
this is
wait.
Gen
Let me
Z's
give
age,
you an
please.
example.
The
Let
time
me
where things are.
I'm a Gen
we
Z
are
and I
fluid.
don't
We are not
accept some of those things.
we are not rigid as it was in your time.
Yeah.
Okay. In quotes, rigid. I'm gonna. No.
Okay, no problem.
We'll work on that.
No problem.
But I wanted to give you an illustration before.
Okay.
In let's say 1970 in the 70s, could you decide to put on maybe a skirt and a blouse and walk around on the streets of Nigeria and you will not be arrested and taken to the asylum? Is it possible?
I don't know.
Was it possible then?
I was not born then.
You were not born
born
then,
then.
but you
Okay.
read
I don't want
history.
I was not born then too,
want
but I'm
to.
telling you that it's most likely impossible.
Right.
But today, even if I want to cross dress, then I could do it in my room now. I could wear my skirt and my blouse in my room, use my
Even
mirror.
the notion of cross-dressing was not as rampant as it is now. Look at the difference.
Okay.
The cross-dressing itself came from the society. It wasn't just social media that was putting it
You don't
out.
understand what I'm
Oh,
saying.
We're bringing
them
only
with-
You
what
don't understand what I'm.
from
You
the
don't
society.
understand. That's where I'm going to. Even then, they were cross dressers. Then, but they were in their hole. They were in their lair.
Yes.
Now, cross dressers are given limelight by you. Let me not
gave
say
us the
you.
limelight? Who
By
gave us
by
the
social media influencers. Because why? They want to get the trends. They want to get the likes.
Who are the people
And
engaging?
you're
You want to
asking
get
who are the
the
people?
opinions of people.
Sorry.
No.
want to get the-
Please don't use that word opinion. No, it's never about opinion.
What happens is when you see something like that on social media, let's talk about the way you react to it. So maybe you don't like it. So the first thing you probably do is you, instead of reporting it, maybe you go to the engagement, you go to the comment section and type something like, "This is rubbish."
And that comment is what you want.
And now,
Yes, you have gotten the engagement you want.
You have made your point. You have made your point, as in you have said that this is a bad thing.
Yes, I will make my point. She will make her point, and you will be making the money.
yes.
What?
So
How
you
has
were
that
saying-
got to? This is not about the money right now.
Yes, I know.
It's about
I'm just giving
how
you.
we look.
Yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you.
They're saying
I'm
not
just
about the
telling
money,
you
it's
that
still somehow about the
it
money.
is always about the money.
It's always
It's
about
still
the
It
money.
is
about
always
the
about the
money.
money. These people are business people now. What are we talking about? But the fact is that you are putting black lights on the society.
What we are doing.
What was hidden, you are making it become a norm. That's the problem.
What we are
You're
doing
making it
is
become
so
a norm.
there's something.
we are giving people confidence.
No,
Oh, to do anything they want to do.
With
Come
themselves.
and talk. Come and
Listen.
Tell me,
talk.
Sono. Tell me, Sono.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way. Now, in the society generally,
Mhm.
apart from the fact that some very few negative things also thrive.
Did you say very few?
Some very few, yes.
Very few.
Very few.
No, let
I'm
him
with
go
you.
with that.
I'm with you.
Some very few negative things also thrive in public and go viral. We also talk about the things that, in general, most things that go out are actually very good things. Most of the things that go out are actually very good things. Now look at it this way.
Wow.
Look at it this way. People have things they are dealing with and nobody knows about it.
Mhm.
They don't talk about it. They feel like, oh, you know that there's a construct that I am the only one going through this thing.
Yes.
And until it comes online, now you need to look at social media influencers in that light. That somebody who has the influence enough to put this thing, who has the confidence enough to motivate people, to talk to people that you're not the only one going through something. Are you there? So now,
So there are
so
two
for
things.
examples, if assuming in this scenario, in this situation, that cross-dressing was a good thing, though it was labeled bad, our people are scared to come out to do it. Now, if you put it online that somebody is cross-dressing, other people are open to do it. Now, that was a very bad example. You talk to share their experiences. I tell somebody that, this around this time, I did suffer, I did go through this, because of this. Am I the only one going through this? Somebody else relates to this situation, talks
Now-
about it. Now look at social media in their light. Now, don't forget that depression is even more cured by discussing about it, talking about your problems, knowing fully well they are not alone in this. And that way you have solved somebody's problems. Now it's not just about, you see that it's not just about the money, and it's not just about misleading. This is actually being role models to children. being
Now
role
there is
models to
something.
younger
I think there is
No, no,
something
no,
we
no,
need
no,
to
no, no.
properly
Giving
Yeah,
define.
I
This is
beg
giving
to
back.
differ.
I think there is something we need to properly define. Who exactly are these influencers? Now there are people who are comedians. Probably I'm creating content. I'm a comedian. I go to like 100,000 followers. You see suddenly influencer. I am a content creator. I just post about cooking. Suddenly I'm an influencer. The fact that you are doing something does not necessarily mean you are an influencer. The fact that you have 2 million followers does not mean you are an influencer. Do you understand? So everybody cannot say they are influencers. Also, people are so I might have a role model on social media, somebody who is maybe an entrepreneur and all of that. The person could be an influence to me personally. You might not see the person as an influencer, but the person can be an influence to me personally. Also, you mentioned something about people that so the influencers are people are just going to follow them anyways. There's something called like branding, right?
Yeah.
The way I talk about this bottle of water or this phone is different from the way you talk about it.
Yeah.
By the time I make 500 people buy this phone, suddenly I'm an influencer because I've influenced a lot of people to do it.
Yeah.
So the way those people you were talking about cross dressers, the way those cross dressers put out their content, those people who do negative things generally, don't let me just people who do negative things, the way they brand themselves is a way that people who are, permit me to say, shallow-minded, people who do not properly think that, is this thing actually very useful for me or not, they will just follow this person, follow the crowd, because I can see that this person is doing it, I want to do it as well. So I don't think influencing or influencers are 100% or
They are worthy role models.
no.
Well, I think one thing we should always remember is, at the end of the day, why are they doing it? For the money. Well, I will not say all of them, maybe 90% of them are doing it for the money. And if I see that bad publicity sells, I would do it for the money. See, they are talking as if no, it's not money. It's money. I cannot be like I've seen people that repeatedly put out good content, but they don't have the numbers. And when companies or organizations are looking to sell their products, they would not, like majority would not go to people with low numbers. They will go to the people that have the following. So at the end of the day, who is enabling them? We are still the one doing it at the end of the day. So I would not say they are bad influences, and I would not say I would not say they are misleading figures or they are role models. I would just say that at the end of the day, the onus lies on me to know who is the best person for me to follow. And social media people will not train. They will not train your children. Everybody will. If you don't train your children, anything they see on social media, they'll carry it.
See, what if you are not in the right frame of mind to make a good choice? That is the problem we're talking about. These people, like she rightly said, sell this negativity in very lovely packages. Man, the packages are so fine.
You should give it to them.
Yes, of course. They are working. It's not easy. They are working to do these things. They are working hard. I know. They will sell this negativity in a very lovely package that you will see it and like, wow, this is nice. Everybody wants a good thing. Nobody likes a bad thing now. But you see this, you know that if this thing is very, very bad, you know it's very, very bad. You that you are selling it. You will not look for cream and roses. Put chocolate on top. Now push it. A shallow-minded person that does not see through your package will definitely buy it. Will definitely give you what you want. Some of these so-called influencers, they know that what they are doing, what they are preaching to people, it's not really that good. But still they will do it. Like, because why? Because of the money.
Well, at the end of the day, we will not say that the influencers should not do what they have to do. They will do it. Because at the end of the day, like you said, if they are saying that this is bringing traction, who is giving them the traction? That's why I keep asking. Who is giving them the traction?
Okay, I agree with you. If you say it like that, I agree with you. We cannot tell them not to do what they won't do because they want to make their own money, Abi. So definitely we cannot tell them not to rob because they want to make their own money. That's what you're trying. That's what you're telling me.
That way.
Yes.
The analogy.
You can't tell a kidnapper not to kidnap because he wants to make his money. You can't tell a murderer not to kill because he wants to make his money. That is his business. The fact that somebody's business, what you do makes money for you, does not mean that you have the right to do it. She understand? Because there are some standards, moral standards. I come back to that word.
Yeah.
Moral standards. There should be a yardstick. There should be a line. Yes. Because a social media influencer wants to make money. He wants traction, right? Was that the word? He wants traction. Fine. And I'm about to has to leave. The only way he knows how to leave is by robbing. Should we now say that armed robbers are influencers? Or should we call them role models? That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that these people are just business people. They are doing their thing. They are making their money. Don't let us look up to them as role models at all.
But they didn't say people should look up to them as role models.
I don't have to look up as role models.
So exactly, at the end of the day, as an individual, I have to pick my role model by myself.
Listen. If they didn't say they should look up to them as role model, why are they calling themselves influencers?
Because they're influencers.
No. So who are influencers?
Oh God.
But really, a lot of influencers are misleading. That's the truth. If we're being honest, a lot of influencers are misleading figures.
In your opinion, a lot of influencers are misleading. That will depend on the number of influencers that you have met or you have come across, or the contents that you have met, the contents that you have engaged with. Now look at it this way. I really do like the fact that you think armed robbers are also in for the business, but that's a very bad analogy to compare influencers.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you literally just classified influencers as armed robbers. That's
No.
bad.
Don't get it twisted. That's not what I meant.
Because first
I'm just giving an illustration. No.
Pay attention at the mode of the medium at which we work.
Okay.
We go through the process of looking for content.
Yes.
Just to put out on people. Just to make sure that people are engaged. Now, most of the reasons why most of us are on social media is for entertainment, for joy. So only very few people come to social media to come and learn one or two. And most of the things we want to is to get updates and the next. Social media influencers put in the work. Now, if you want to have somebody who is a, you want a role model generally, you look at people's life and how they work process, the way they work. These people put out work regularly, constantly. Look, when I look at some social medias I follow, and I see the way how the consistency of how they do things, I think that's something to emulate. You don't think that the social media, the work process and the way they put their things and the process, look, the nitty-gritty of social media or influencing itself is something that somebody should really try. Children, if you have people, you have children emulate that.
I agree with you.
But so don't put arm robbers and
No, don't get it. It's not like that.
Now,
it's not like
as
that.
role models.
Don't look at arm robbery.
Now.
Don't look at arm robbery as a bad thing. Let's wipe our minds clean. Let's just say arm robbery is like civil service job, which is mine. That's what I'm just trying to let you know from the angle I'm coming from. It's not as if I'm saying they are arm robbers, or what I'm trying to say is that they are business people. They do what they get to do. I'm not saying they are not thorough in what they do. I'm not saying they are not working hard. They are working very hard. For everything you do, especially in a country like this, you work hard to get it. Anything that you do that pays you, you are working hard. I agree with you. What I'm just trying to say is that these people are not worthy to be called role models because of the kind of content they dole out, because of what they are trying to achieve. Not all of them. I'm not there. Of course, for out of every 12, there's always a Judas. It can never be all of them. It's not possible.
No, I agree with that.
I'm not saying generally. So let's not look at social media influencers as role models.
I also think that even with us like finding role models, at the end of the day, if I'm looking for a role model, I'll probably do my research, try to just look at how this person's like.
That is you.
But I can't say 100% how this is how this person is, because I've not met. Let's say I've not met this role model. I don't know how the person's life is. Same with social media influencers. I feel like at the end of the day, they're not showing 100% of their life. They're only showing you what.
They're not even showing 50%.
They're not showing you what they think you'll be interested in.
Yes.
So if you pick them as role model based on that, then you have a problem. You like that person.
So we agree that it's just a job. It's just a business.
Same with every other person.
It is what it is.
As a
Business.
doctor,
Business.
you might be
Business.
good in your job, but you're not a worthy role model. As a lawyer, you might be good with what you do, but you're not a worthy role model. As a social media influencer, you can be good with what you do, and you are not a worthy role model. Or you can be good with what you do, and you can still be a worthy role model.
So it depends on your personal life.
Business.
Business is business. He's still on that business is business.
Business.
Money must be made.
The money must be made, no matter what.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Just post it. Once they like it, you get the payment.
Once you get the engagement, you're good to go.
Once you get the engagement, you're good to go.
You're not even looking at
You're
the
not
value.
looking. You're not looking at the value you are adding. You're not looking at the life you are spoiling.
The value you are adding is in the process. Look at it that way.
In the
The
process.
value you are adding is in the process. As you
I agree with you
as
on
put
that.
out the work,
Yes.
the value is being added.
I agree with that.
Yes. So what
But-
happens is we have children now looking at being social media influencers. Also.
Of course, virtually everybody wants to be an influencer now. You understand?
That's a good thing.
I'm not
Because
saying.
it takes away the whole strict 9 to 5 work from, especially for civil servants now. You know how it is.
Yeah, advising me to go to social media. Well, maybe I'll come and take a lesson or two from you, but I won't post nonsense. That's just
But I also
because
think
I'll have at the back of my mind that everything I post, some people will see it and it will affect their life one way or the other.
Before you blow, but
I'll
try our best.
I mean, everybody's
Try our best.
no problem now.
But I also think that social media influencers, let's not just say it's about the money now. I think that they also have the responsibility to maybe project something
To the
that
society.
anybody can pick. What I would like to say now. Project something that when little children are even looking at it, they can pick a good side of it. Because if as a society we are saying that bad news or bad publicity sells, like she said, you don't have to follow the whole thousands. I know that they are Christian influencers and they know their target market. But as a young mind or as a child, if I'm so confused, I've not gotten there.
What do I pick? Where do I start from?
Well, I'll just follow the one that is very much in my face.
The one that is flashy.
Yes, and the one that has a lot of followers. A lot of people are following people now. Why would I be different?
Well,
Sure, you understand. That's what he's trying to say.
Will you agree that social media influencers should maybe think of the next person or the young child that is maybe confused before they do their thing?
to think of the effect of their post on the society before posting it. Yes, that's
The effect. If you are considering the effect, the social effect that's on people, you literally not post anything eventually.
yeah.
Why? Because everything becomes open-ended eventually. If somebody is posting an iPhone 15, you can feel pressure to go and buy, and so you want to at all costs try to get it. You see how it works. So it's not everything can be open-ended eventually. So what we are doing is, yes, you can put some level of maybe hint towards how do the good thing. Don't struggle to get this. Don't struggle to get that. But at the end of the day, we are all doing the same thing. We are reflecting the society, and just as your own life is reflecting society, is exactly what the social media life is doing. What social media influencers life is doing.
So are they role models or they are not role models? I mean, maybe before we answer that question, we need to define who are role models.
Okay.
And who are role models? Is it people that want to be everything that they are, or is it people that will just speak like aspects of their lives? Because if you want to be everything that somebody is,
It's impossible. Actually.
It's not possible for it to be everything that somebody is
Everything.
now.
You want to
Because everybody has the
emulate
negative and the
everything.
positive
Exactly.
part.
You can't emulate everything about a person. You have to have your own mind.
Actually-
the fact that you're following someone does not mean you don't have a mind of your own.
Actually,
but there are
when
some
you
people that don't have the mind of their own.
no people, yes, I agree with you. Yes, there are people like that. But actually, when you pick somebody as a role model, it's always an aspect of their life
Exactly.
that you see and you like. You understand? Okay, maybe maybe I like his haircut, and I decide to follow suit.
Model after him.
She understand? Model after him. If maybe unfortunately I didn't have hair long enough, I have to go and buy hair products so that my hair can grow, so that I can have that. You understand what I'm saying?
Looking good is not misleading.
I'm not saying. I just
Exactly.
it's
I
an
feel like
example.
you have
About-
come back to your point.
I always come back to my point that eventually, what the post is dependent on the person who is following through. You get it?
No, you see where we are now. She asked a
can be
question
role
that who are
models.
role models.
So they can be role
Okay.
models. Social media influencers can be role models.
Yes, they can
Just
be.
pick the aspect of their life
They
that,
can
that
be.
applies
They
to
can be
you
role
and keep you
models.
moving.
Their person, the persona can be role models. We are talking about what they do, what they post, what they dole out. That's what we are talking about. Is it worthy of emulation?
Maybe not.
That's the question.
Maybe not.
I'm not. Of course, he's a fine boy now. Everybody wants to be like him now. So you should understand. Why? But what he does, is it a word of emulation? I'm not saying you
Don't pick
particularly.
that
I'm not
up.
saying you particularly. I was just you understand. Yeah. But social media influencers, what they dole out. Somebody wakes up and decides to promote cross-dressing. For crying out loud.
At the end of the day, I still come back to the fact that there is fake life.
Of course, no. We agree with
Yeah,
that.
now
We
social
agree with
media is
that.
different from reality.
Social media is fake life. Oh, well, the difference is like two parallel worlds. Oh.
You cannot be expecting that everything aligned.
Uh-huh.
Matter of fact, almost
You can
everything
say that because you're of this age.
almost everything.
Tell that to a
aligned
12 years old.
is.
But you know that some people really believe.
Some
Some people really believe
maybe
these
had
things that they see online.
Yes.
Sure, you know.
Yes.
I have a cousin that said that he watches this thing. They say every time you go to one site, you make $5 per day, $5 per hour. The guy nearly ran mad because he went to make $5 per hour. I was like, scam when you kill him, man. But I know, $5. The guy showed us his money, PayPal, how he cashed out. I was like, wow.
They play.
Sure, you understand. Do you know how much time, how much energy that boy has invested because of one guy's lie?
because you know the amount of effort it also takes to also drive that kind of to find that boy.
So it's
To drive that line.
Look at it this way.
Wait,
Look at it this way.
see where you're going to now. To drive that line.
You're on
Right?
the other end of this thing, and you are seeing the work the guy is putting into it to find to get the money
that
and
part.
all. But think about that. Whatever that boy is doing is also almost being done on the other end. This guy has to make sure look like his social media page is domain authoritative because he has to show that he is making the money. You know, so in order for you to convince somebody that
Don't sorry, please don't use that word convince. In order for you to sell a lie.
it's
It's actually a lie.
convincing now. But it's convincing.
But he's selling a lie.
It's convincing.
Do you okay? I agree it's convincing. But you agree he's selling a lie.
In order for you to convince somebody,
I agree it's
agree?
convincing. Do you agree it's selling a lie?
I'm not agreeing to that.
What
Wow.
I want to agree. No, if I'm
Their
convinced,
Their
work
work
rate
rate
is
is over the board.
You understand?
this is
It's
how it
not
works.
sold a
Why are
lie.
you investing so much time
It's selling a lie.
when you could use it for something more productive?
I'm not
Hey,
saying
it's
it.
productive.
I'm not talking
talking
about
about-
you. We're talking about you. But the example I just gave now, why would that person go so deep, do so much work to sell a
They would
lie?
have fake screenshots.
As in, have you?
The question is,
My cousin showed me how the guy cashed that from PayPal to rupee. I was like, wow, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, step by step. The guy got the do Allah. This one did not work. Let me. I was like, wow. So you want because of $5.
You're teaching your cousin how to be hardworking.
Yes,
you can
now.
imagine the kind of effort it takes to make money.
Look at how this.
Next,
Look
next
at.
That's your part.
Look at how. Oh my God.
he'll
Really?
be more invested in the job. Next one he sees and the next one he finds, you see, he'll be more dedicated to it.
Even if it's a lie.
Influencer.
Even if it's another lie.
I didn't say that.
That is the danger of you people, of the easiest influencers. See what we are saying.
I didn't say that.
It's actually it's a lie. We know it's a lie now.
It's until proven otherwise.
But at the end of
Oh.
the day,
I do what
whether
they
they are role models or misleading figures, it's up to us, it's up to society, it's up to adults to, put the younger ones on the right path. And it's up to the influencers as well.
Yes, I agree with you. But these things are not easy. Even the adults that are saying that, the adults that want to correct you, that want to put you on the right side, don't even have an idea. They don't even know these things. They don't even know if it's a lie or if it's true. Do you understand? A lot of Ponzi schemes are on social media now. Do this, you make this one, you make that. Everybody wants to make money. And now you are taking advantage of the fact that people are broke. You are swindling them out of the little that they have. They should invest 50 naira to make 100 naira. Wahoo! Are you central bank? And you will now paste it. You will now tell them, put it lovely, make it look fine. You will show one guy, one allergy that just bought a car. Benz. I bought this Benz from whatever name you put there. This one too wrong. I'm not very Benz. Yeah. Why now?
So we
Why?
are saying they are not body role models. Is that
A
what
lot
you're
of them
saying?
are not.
Is that what
sha.
you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
They can be misleading.
But
Wahoo!
They are also role models.
Now you are coming down to
Me,
my
I
level.
would say that
they can be misleading. You agree?
There are some posts that can literally pass the wrong message, but they are also role models. Like I said, they can be misleading sometimes.
Do you agree that
But they
there's
are
a
also
possibility
role
that they can
models.
be misleading?
They are also very good models.
That's what I want to hear. As far as you agree.
I think they can be role models. You just need to pick what part of their life you want to model after.
These people, you don't even see them now. What do you think about them now? Something that
I mean, they show
you
some.
don't even know. You don't even know who they are.
Show a part of their life that follow that one. Don't pick the other parts.
Now, that one that they haven't shown you is
It's
scam.
like
For me, it's, always make sure that you know what value you want.
right.
Whether
Yes.
it's know the value you want, know what you want to pick it. Everybody,
That's
I keep
what-
saying it, everybody is living a fake life.
No.
Period.
No.
You're not even
Period.
Not
Well,
living a fake life. My life is very original. 100 original.
Okay. So, thank you very much. We've come to the end of this session. I really had a great time here. So for our viewers out there, the question is thrown to you right now: are social media influencers role models or misleading figures in society? Make sure you drop your comments and let us know what you think. Thank you. Bye.
bye.
Bye.